The Congo rainforest covers over 2 million square kilometers of Central Africa. It is the second largest rainforest on Earth. So dense, so vast, so impenetrable in sections that entire regions have never been mapped by human hands. And inside it, things have been found that nobody can explain. Things that were reported, documented, and in some cases, quietly buried by the governments and scientists who discovered them. Today we are going inside. These are 7 of the most terrifying discoveries ever made deep in the Congo jungle. We will start with number 7. Number 7. The giant spider that should not exist. In the deep jungle of northern Congo, in a region called Bondo, there is a spider. Not the kind you find in your bathroom. Not the kind that fits under a glass. The JBA fofi. A creature described by every indigenous community in the region with the same specific details across generations: abdomens the size of a basketball, leg spans reaching up to 1.5 meters, webs large enough and strong enough to trap not just insects but full-grown animals. Birds. Small deer. Things that should be predators, caught in silk. The first Western account came in the 1890s when British explorer R.K. Lloyd and his wife encountered one crossing a jungle path. They described it as larger than any spider they had ever seen or read about. Their account was dismissed as exaggeration. Then more accounts came. Missionaries, colonial officers, scientists passing through, all describing the same creature. All dismissed. In 2001, a wildlife photographer named Carl Ammon reported seeing enormous spider webs in the Bondo region, webs that no known spider species could have produced at that scale. He found what appeared to be a burrow at the base of a tree large enough to fit a human head inside. No specimen has ever been captured. No body has ever been recovered. No photograph has ever been officially verified. But the webs are real. The burrows are real. And the jungle is large enough to hide something that science has not yet been willing to confirm exists. Number 6. The stones that generate electricity. In the town of Manono in the Democratic Republic of Congo, locals made a discovery that scientists have struggled to fully explain. Strange stones. Dark. Unremarkable looking from the outside. But when handled, they generate an electric charge. A measurable, physical, documentable electric current produced by a rock sitting in the middle of the jungle. Geologists who examined samples identified unusually high concentrations of specific minerals, including coltan, a mineral used in the production of electronic devices, and other metal-like compounds that can generate piezoelectric effects under pressure. But the scale of the charge reported by locals goes beyond what standard piezoelectric science accounts for. Residents describe lights flickering near deposits. Equipment malfunctioning. Animals avoiding specific areas of ground where the stones are concentrated. The Congo holds an estimated 80% of the world's coltan reserves. The ground beneath the jungle is essentially a natural battery of planetary scale. What it is generating and what that energy is doing to the ecosystem above it has never been comprehensively studied. Number 5. The Mokol Mbembe, the living dinosaur. This is the one that keeps scientists up at night. Deep in the Congo Basin, specifically in the region around Lake Tella and the Likula swamps, indigenous communities have described the same creature for centuries. The Mokol Mbembe. A massive animal. Larger than an elephant. Long neck. Small head. 4 thick legs. A long heavy tail. Moving through the deep swamp water silently and surfacing only occasionally. The description, consistent across multiple unconnected tribes who have no shared language, matches one specific prehistoric animal. A sauropod dinosaur. The kind that was supposed to have been extinct for 66 million years. Western scientists began investigating in the 1800s. Expeditions were mounted in 1909, 1913, 1932, 1959, 1976, 1980, 1992, and multiple times since. Every single expedition returned with the same result: eyewitness accounts from locals, sonar anomalies in the deep swamp water, large unexplained tracks in the mud, and no confirmed specimen. In 1992, a Japanese film crew captured footage on Lake Tella of something large moving through the water. The footage has been analyzed repeatedly. No consensus has been reached on what it shows. The Likula swamp region, where most sightings are concentrated, covers approximately 55,000 square kilometers. It is one of the least explored and least accessible regions on Earth. Scientists estimate that less than 10% of its interior has ever been physically accessed by researchers. If something large wanted to remain hidden in there, it has 55,000 square kilometers to do it in. Number 4. The Bondo apes, something between man and gorilla. In the same northern Congo region where the giant spider was reported, a different discovery was made that sent the scientific community into quiet panic. Skulls. Found at the Royal Museum of Central Africa in the 1990s by wildlife photographer Carl Ammon. Large skulls. Larger than chimpanzee skulls. Shaped differently from gorilla skulls. Not matching any known primate species in the museum's entire collection. Ammon traced the skulls back to the Bondo region. Local hunters described the animal they came from massive. Larger than any chimpanzee. Smaller than a gorilla. Walking upright more often than either. Hunting in groups. Killing lions. DNA analysis eventually confirmed the animals were chimpanzees. But chimpanzees with skull shapes, body sizes, and documented behaviors that do not match any other chimpanzee population anywhere on Earth. Scientists named them Bondo apes. They are real. They are documented. And they represent an isolated population that evolved separately from every other great ape on the planet, developing into something that existing science had no category for until they were found. What else is evolving in isolation in those 2 million square kilometers of jungle that we have not found yet is a question nobody has answered. Number 3. The 50-foot crocodile. In the waterways of the Congo Basin there is a crocodile. Not a normal crocodile. The Gustav. A Nile crocodile of documented abnormal size, estimated at over 6 meters in length and over 900 kilograms in weight. Making it one of the largest crocodiles ever confirmed to exist in the modern world. Gustav has been blamed for over 300 human deaths along the Ruzizi River and the northern shores of Lake Tanganyika. Not attacks. Deaths. A crocodile that hunts humans not out of opportunistic hunger but with what witnesses describe as deliberate, targeted behavior. French naturalist Patrice Fay spent years attempting to capture Gustav. He built a massive trap. Set it. Waited. Gustav approached it, examined it, and left. Multiple times. As if it understood what the trap was for. The last confirmed sighting of Gustav was in 2019. He has not been captured. He has not been confirmed dead. In a river system that stretches for thousands of kilometers through some of the least accessible jungle on Earth, a 900-kilogram crocodile that has evaded every capture attempt for over 2 decades is simply out there. Somewhere in that water. Still. Number 2. The lost civilization beneath the jungle. In 2024, using LiDAR technology that can see through dense jungle canopy from satellites, researchers made a discovery that rewrote what we thought we knew about human history in Central Africa. Beneath the Congo jungle floor, hidden under centuries of vegetation growth, the outlines of a lost civilization. Roads. Building foundations. Agricultural terracing. Evidence of a large, organized, sophisticated human settlement that existed in the heart of the Congo Basin long before any previously recorded civilization in the region. The discovery has not been fully published. The findings are still being verified. Access to the physical site is complicated by the jungle's density and by ongoing regional instability. But the satellite data is clear. Something was built here. Something large. Something organized. And then it disappeared, completely leaving no trace above the jungle floor for centuries until a satellite looked down and saw through the trees. Who built it? How long ago? What happened to them? Nobody has answered any of those questions yet. Number 1. The zone that killed everything that entered it. In 2023, a scientific expedition entered a previously unexplored section of the Congo Rainforest in the Kasai region. What they found inside has been described in expedition reports as unlike anything documented in any other rainforest environment on Earth. A zone roughly circular in shape, where the vegetation pattern changed completely and suddenly. Trees dead or dying in a specific radius. Soil composition altered in ways that matched no known geological or biological process. Animal life absent in a pattern consistent with something that affected the entire food chain simultaneously, not one species, not one predator, but everything. All at once. Soil samples were taken. They revealed chemical compounds that the expedition's lead scientist described in an interview as not naturally occurring in any known jungle environment. Compounds consistent with something that had been released into the environment from a source that was not natural. The expedition filed their report. It was submitted to 2 international environmental bodies. Neither has publicly responded to the findings. The zone is still there. Still dead. Still circular. Still unexplained. And the Congo jungle has grown back around it quietly. As if trying to cover it up. Those are 7 of the most terrifying discoveries ever made deep in the Congo jungle. And here is what I want you to think about. The Congo rainforest is 2 million square kilometers. Scientists estimate that less than 20% of its interior has ever been physically accessed by researchers. What is in the other 80%, nobody knows. Now tell me, which of the 7 terrified you most? Drop the number in the comments right now. I read every single one. And if this video made you feel something, subscribe and hit the bell. because on our next video, we are going somewhere even the Congo's jungle cannot prepare you for.